What's on your shirt?
I wore my Texas shirt for you.
I was like, no way.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, Texas forever.
This is
Yes, girl. Yes,
white
ma'am.
denim. Yeah, dude. White denim. They're out of Texas. They're one of my favorite bands of all
I,
time.
yes, I love them.
Yeah, they're
I don't
great.
think.
Hey guys, it's Carrie Danger of the Carrie Danger podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. And today I am joined by musician, singer, songwriter Britny Lobas. And Britney is from Cleveland, Ohio. Now studying and singing and doing all the things she needs to do to become the best version of herself in Austin, but she's back in Cleveland. And this girl's got quite the story, and I want you guys to hear it. Britney, how are you doing?
I am so great. Thank you for having me, Carrie. So pumped.
It is an honor. Now, you did say, when I asked how to pronounce your last name, you said it actually means something in Spanish. Can you go ahead and tell us what that is?
Yeah, so Lobos means she-wolf in Spanish. Lobos means, wolf, and Lobos means, yeah, she-wolf. So I would say I was born with the last name. I gotta. Plus, my mom's family is from Honduras. It just all kind of, fits, goes together.
It really does. And you do have a very powerful she wolf kind of presence. And I could tell not only from hopping on our virtual hang, but also from the music that you send me. And it is amazing. So let me just run through it real quick before we get started. I want to let all of our listeners know. I need you to go right now and follow Britny Lobas. It's BritnyLobas. It'll be in the show notes. Go follow her on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and also BritnyLobas.com. So let's dive right in. I just want to make sure everyone's got the resources they need to keep up with you.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, I appreciate that. As an
I got
artist,
you.
that's always key.
Yeah, man. So you sent me your cover of the Rolling Stones' "Gimme Shelter," and let me tell you, I was like, I'm listening and I'm listening, and then you really got into. I don't even want to attempt it, and I was like, whoa, oh my god, it was like a wind tunnel, like started, and my hair's like, oh, no, what? That's what it was.
Wow, I love that. Ah!
Dude, absolutely crazy. Now, I've read on your bio, you've got influences of Christina Aguilera, Amy Winehouse, and others, but that one was so Christina, like, oh my God. But like, it was so clearly you, but you can tell, like, whoo, this girl's got some pipes. Okay, dang, like, watch out. It gave me chills.
Thank you. That means so much because you obviously hear a lot of music all the time. So that
Yes.
means a lot. That means a lot coming from you. Thank you. Man,
So,
I
yeah,
actually
go
I
on.
sat on that for a very long time actually. Um, yeah, when I first moved to, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, and I was like, oh,
No,
there's like a little story
please tell
behind it.
me.
Yeah, I when I first moved to Austin, I I really had only done cover band stuff living in Cleveland for the years that like I was doing music here, really. Yeah, I like grew up singing in church and then hopped in like cover band scene stuff. Moved to Austin, didn't really like, know what I was gonna do. I was gonna audition for some cover band stuff and then just happened to like fall into the original music scene, thank God. And yeah, just kind of went through multiple projects, put out multiple records, and then in 2020, I met my manager, who is based in Austin, and he's doing like super cool stuff. Has like a nonprofit for artists, and just launched one in Nashville. He's doing really cool stuff. But anyways, he was like, "You need to go solo and do the Britney Lobas thing," and I was like, "Ah, what? Ah, that's scary," you know. And so thankfully I listened to him, but it was his idea because I like did the Gimme Shelter Rolling Stones kind of through like all my projects as like one staple cover. Um, and yeah, so I recorded it in 2020 and didn't put out till last year, which is crazy. So I sat on it for like a half a decade. And finally I was like, okay, I think it's time to drop this bad boy. So yeah, that's the story. I just loved that song, and I got to see them live once and it was amazing. So
So, okay, wait, you covered it in 2020. Well, you had it as a staple for a while, but do you feel like now, 6 years later, if you re released it on this version of Britney, do you think it would be any different, or do you think it would, I mean, it obviously would feel different and sound a little different, but like if you revisited that cover, like do you feel like your vocal strength and versatility has changed over the last 6 years?
That's such a good question. You know, probably.
Yeah.
I actually I haven't sang it. I try not to throw like a lot of covers in my set anymore, but that's one like I would love to, as I'm like putting my new band together here, it's like, that's everyone listens to that and they're like, "Oh my God, I love that." So I'm like, "Okay, we're going to have to put it back in the set and just, rock and roll it, see what it feels like live again and just do it.
And also, I think it's important too, because Brittany, I feel like you can reach, with your voice, I feel like you can touch like the classic rockers, like the
Yeah.
bikers and like the guys and the gals that
Yeah.
are out there and like rock and roll, because you are true rock and roll. And then, but also, you're introducing a younger generation to the Rolling freaking Stones, dude.
I
Like,
mean, dude, yes, you're right. That's a really good
cool.
point. Yeah.
It's up to you, Brittany.
Yeah, I just gotta take over the world, I'll start with Cleveland first.
That's it. Everyone's touched by music, and
No
it's
big
really,
deal.
truly, it's powerful.
Yeah.
Now I hear a lot of influences, but give us a little background on Britney and what artist or song or specifically like what was the
Yeah.
thing that was like, oh, I love this and I want to sing too.
Okay. Well, I actually it's crazy because I know the moment.
Tell me.
I mean, I grew up singing in church, and my dad was, a rock and roller, full-time musician in the Cleveland area, did the thing. So, like, and my mom's a writer, so like, I grew up in a really artistic home. But yeah, I got my start in church. Loved like soul music, I love Aretha, Whitney, Etta, like the classic soul singers. But I distinctly remember being in the basement. My dad was like working on something, and like I had the radio on, back in the day, when we listened to the radio. And Christina Aguilera, Fighter, came on.
Ooh.
And I remember sitting there and I was just like, who is this? I like freaked out and I was like, okay, I want to do this. So I went out and bought her stripped album. It's on my wall. I love that album. I love her. That album, yeah, is one of my favorite albums actually. It was Christina.
Dude.
Truly
I
it
love
was.
Christina. I remember I listened to the radio all growing up myself, and I remember Genie in a Bottle and the word
Hmm.
sexy was in it, and my mom was like, "Don't say that. You don't know what that word means."
Yeah,
Well, I just like to sing it, Mom. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
dude, also, I could definitely hear you getting down to some like Tony Braxton or something. You can hear the soul in your singing, listening to some of the songs you sent me. Let's jump ahead to You Can Have It.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
that is like a very cool, like, I don't want to use the word crooner, but like a freaking, what's the word? A speakeasy, but like a powerhouse jazz speakeasy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
It's so
you.
cool. What's the story behind You Can Have It?
Uh, ooh, okay. It is. It actually took a lot of. So it's okay. So first off, it's a single off my upcoming album. So I have an album coming out next year. I can tell you about that in a minute. But
Yes.
that song, You Can Have It. It took a lot of writing sessions, a lot of tears, a lot of therapy. I guess a lot of all of my songwriting comes from like really true events, like things that have happened, and I just got out of like a really narcissistic, toxic situation, and it was really, 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 really hard. And so I kind of started writing the song while I was in this situation. And then like little by little kind of finished it over a couple months. And then, yeah, I literally got out of it and I was like, I'm putting it out. And I put it out and yeah, it's just about getting out of a really narcissistic and toxic situation, which is really hard to do. And then it's a fuck you song, basically. I hope I'm allowed to say that.
Of course you are. Yes.
Yeah, It's just a big fuck you song. And it
Dude.
felt really good to write. It felt really good to perform for the first time. I would perform it in Austin, like while I was still in this situation. And it was just so therapeutic, you know? It was just like, ugh. It just, yeah, I just, it was very therapeutic to write it.
Dude, hell yeah. So now let's jump right into the album. You do have a new album coming out. Tell us some
Next year.
details. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, all right. So I about yeah, last year I wrote for end of 2024 I started writing a book. I had like a surgery and I was kind of like stuck on the couch. So I was like, well, I can't really just, like sit here. So I wrote a 30 chapter book. And basically I'm pairing chapters to songs. And the book's kind of based around my life. It starts at 15 and kind of goes through what I went through to I'm 4 years sober, so I got sober, almost died, had this, yeah, just this crazy life shattering moment happened to me, and so the whole album is kind of shaped around my sobriety and what happened to me, what I went through. And so basically the book is I'm pairing it to chapters of my book and it's going to be like a concept album and it's going to tell the story. And then I'm going to release the book maybe if I just need to change the names cuz all the names are in there still.
Or
But
no.
or I don't. Yeah,
Or it's a fuck you
or I
book.
just yeah, name drop and just, spill the tea as the kids say.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Brittany. First of all, congrats to you. 4 years sober. That's freaking
Thank
amazing, dude.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I love that so
Thank you.
much. And you utilize your time through the recovery from your surgery to be productive in your own way that you were able to. And that is
Yeah.
something that a lot of people don't do. They just kind of wither. And you said, no, this is a time for me to regroup and do something cool. And you did
Yeah.
that. And that's amazing. Wow. Another reason that all of you need to go follow her on all the social medias and on her website because also there's like video performances there as well, so you guys can go see her like on stage and stuff. But oh, I'm excited. I love to read and I love a concept album, so this is gonna be sweet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped.
Wow. Now I feel like we already have the answer, but people are gonna get the book and the album. What do you hope people walk away with after they listen to it for the first time?
The album?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I hope they feel something. I hope they feel, yeah, just, I feel like music makes people feel all kinds of things, it can make them feel vulnerable, it can make them feel powerful, it can make them feel anything. I just want them to walk away and feel something. And I hope that something is good. I hope maybe they discover something within themselves because the album is really personal. There's songs that you know, almost make me feel naked. You know what I mean? It's really just me just talking about things that I'm a very open person to begin with, but things maybe I wouldn't share, necessarily. But yeah, all the songs have intention. They all mean something. They all came from truth. And yeah, I just hope people feel something and find the truth within themselves to do the same.
Hell yeah, dude. I love that. Yeah, dude. I mean, the thing about music is it really can make people feel, and there's like a select group of people where they don't feel anything, and you know what? This might not be for them, or if it is,
Yeah,
it's going to make them
sure.
start. So I think that's so awesome,
Yeah.
and it's so vulnerable, and I think that's something that's inspiring to people who either want to write or, again, can translate into so many different things. So you should be so proud of yourself. That is so exciting. I'm really looking forward to it.
Ew. I'm excited. I'm
Wow.
very excited.
Yeah. Now, what is okay? So you've got You Can Have It. We got the
Yeah.
story behind that. Is there another song on the album that is super meaningful that you think fans will hear it and be like, "Oh my God, that's heavy"? Like maybe I
Yeah.
cry to everything, but go ahead and tell us.
Um, yeah, I mean, okay, so hollow sober version. There's two hollows actually. I mean, I'm gonna dive deep into my sobriety story because I think living in Austin, I'm gonna speak transparently. I think, there's a big drinking culture in every city. I think in Austin, they were very sober friendly. Um, Being back in Cleveland, I'm not sure yet. I've been back 4 months. There's a bar in every corner, and yeah, I'm just not sure. I want to share my story and my testimony, and so I'm gonna do that. But Hollow sober version, yeah, is I wrote Hollow while I was, in my addiction of alcohol. And then I ended up in the hospital. I was in the ICU for 16 days. I was not supposed to live. I had pancreatitis, alcohol induced pancreatitis. And yeah, they like told my husband at a point, like, we've done all we can do. It's up to her and her body if she's going to live. And, I have faith. I believe in God. I believe he, healed me and I'm here for a reason. So I got out of the hospital. Yeah, I got out of the hospital and I had already recorded Hollow, and I didn't even really know. I was like writing it. I'd go on these writing retreats, but I was like half in the bag half the time. But I wrote the song, and it's about filling up the hollow part of yourself. And I was doing that all the time. And I knew I was, everyone knows when they do. And so I got the mix back. But at this point, I had been like 30 days sober, and I listened to it. And I was like, holy shit, So I put it out, and I started sharing my testimony all over Austin. And let me think. I waited a year and a half to come back to Cleveland because I was nervous. And I show swapped with the Vindies. Do you know the Vindies from Youngstown?
Yes. Yes, I do. Oh my God. Love them, by the way. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, so we show swapped several times. So they came and opened for me, and then I came up and opened for them at the House of Blues. And so I came back 2023. And then after that show, I was like, you know what? I want to re-record. I want to re-record Hollow. I think I can serve that song better, uh, sitting in my sobriety, better than I did while I was in my addiction. And so I brought in this gospel choir, and like I, had all these ideas for production, and I released Hollow sober version. So I was very, very back and forth on whether, like, do I keep Hollow and just put Hollow the sober version out? And I was like, I'm gonna let them both sit next to each other because I think people want to hear both and they want to compare, which I have found very interesting because sometimes I'm like, why is the old Hollow sitting at the top of my 12 songs that I have out? I love the Hollow sober version better, but it's whatever the fans listening want to hear. So I love that song deeply. Obviously, Hollow sober version will be on my album, as it is part of my story. But yeah, I feel very passionately about that song. Always have, always will. And yeah, that's the story.
Oh my God, dude. I love your testimony. I love that so much. First of all, I think that's so important that you were able to go back, revisit it, and give yourself another chance to redo that song. I'm so glad that you made it through your intensive care unit experience and everything that you went through. That is heavy, dude. I mean, listen,
It was wild.
yeah, I bet. I'm sober 2.5 years myself, and I know
Love
that
it.
feeling of filling up my cup with booze and cigarettes and all the other things.
Congratulations!
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
amazing. I need a
It's
sober
very
buddy.
cool.
I haven't
Yeah.
found one yet. Yeah.
Hi, that's me.
Hey, okay, yep, gonna need your number. I'll text
Girl,
you.
I got you. I'm telling you. So, and I got to tell you too, I think that's so important. You gave people the before and after.
Yeah.
Everyone loves. First of all, I think people secretly always they want the reason to quit drinking, quit doing something. They know it's bad,
Yeah.
and like for people like us, well, we can't just be casual normies.
Yeah.
It is all or nothing. And a lot of people are all or nothing and they're too scared to take that jump. But when they can see a before and after of someone they really think is rad, that still parties, but still knows how to be
Yep.
responsible, that's what there's like, oh, whoa, there's a life outside of it sober.
It's
Like,
wild,
it is. I
right?
think it's
Like,
so cool that the Texas scene, the Austin scene has a really good embrace of the sober movement. There are, I will give you the rundown. There's a lot of that in Cleveland now. There's like, kava bars if you're into that. There's also like that kind of stuff.
I'm playing at one. I am a huge Kava fan. Yes, I have an acoustic show next month at Kindred Kava in Old
Oh,
Brooklyn.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna make sure that's in the
Yes.
show notes as well.
Yeah. I in Austin, there was a non I mean, Austin did a lot of really cool things that I would love to see come to Cleveland. Like they had mental health care for musicians, they had health care for musicians. And so I would partner a lot with the Sims Foundation, which I got therapy through and would help me with my mental health and getting sober. Because I tried, the first time and relapsed and it's like pushing over a refrigerator, like you'll get it a couple times. That's what I always say. But yeah, I would partner with the Sims Foundation, raise money for them, and I would play at kava bars in Austin. And so when I found a bunch of kava bars here, I was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" So yeah, I'm playing at one next month, and I there are several kava bars that I just love. I love that there's a kava bar scene here. There's more here than Austin actually, which is surprising.
Wow, that is crazy. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
make sure we plug that in the show notes so you guys can go and see that. That is so freaking cool, dude. I love it. And
Yeah.
so, well, since we're talking about sobriety, what
Yeah.
is a big tip you could give a musician out there, up and coming musicians who want to dive, maybe they're already sober, they want to get sober or just go dry completely, maybe they're just curious, whatever, the spectrum is wide.
Yeah.
But they want to be in the scene, but it's hard because I
It's
mean
so
it
hard.
used to be sex, drugs, and rock and roll, but now it's like mental health, music, and love. So
Yeah.
what's
Man.
something you would tell someone, like advice?
Yeah. I would say, I mean, community. It's really about community. That was like the biggest thing in the last 4 months living here. Um, it's really been like, like I have my husband who's also sober for me, and like my support friends in Austin, but like they're not, my friends in Austin aren't here. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the Kava bar. I played at Kava and Dough on the East Side back in June, just like finding little pockets and places where you feel safe and have a place to go and just having people to support you. And if anybody ever pressures you like, oh man, like that's not your friends, I would say. Absolutely not. And it's been interesting for me as somebody who, lived here till I was 21 and had all my friends started drinking at 15 and partied and then moved to Austin, and came back and everyone still parties and I don't. And so it's been interesting. Setting boundaries. Oh, that's a big one. Can't believe I forgot that. Set boundaries. You got to set boundaries. Yeah, that's actually number one. Set
Yeah.
boundaries. Yeah, you got to set boundaries. And that's a very, very hard thing to do because in the beginning, I've been a very big people pleaser. And you just, yeah, you just got to learn how to set boundaries. And it's really hard at first. And that's why you need good friends and a good community. Yeah.
Yeah,
If,
I
my
love
mom
that.
always said, if you have one good friend, one or two, you're lucky. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, so the boundaries, I am going to elaborate on this, but I plan on doing an episode about being nice and setting a boundary because you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be a bitchy boundary until you need
Yeah.
it to be a bitchy boundary.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
boundaries don't have to be bitchy.
No. No, they don't. They
Yeah.
absolutely do not. I feel like it is a
Wow.
sign of purity and a sign of respect and a sign of self-worth to be able to set a boundary. And if someone doesn't respect it, then I don't think they respect you.
No, and you don't need them in your life. Oh,
Nope.
wow, dude.
Ah,
I'm so thrilled. Okay, so let me just ask you this fun question. I've been waiting to ask you this one. All right.
okay.
But I did not realize you already had a cover band, but pretend like
Okay.
you're starting a new cover band. All right. What are
Oh,
three famous musicians, alive or not alive, that you need to join your cover band?
okay. Amy Winehouse, Paul McCartney, and Aretha Franklin.
I knew you were going to say Paul McCartney. What the heck?
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta have a Beatle.
Hello.
Oh,
Yeah. I would choose George Harrison to be in my band.
woo!
I'm a
No,
George girl.
Beatles are number one for me, for
Yeah.
sure. Number
That's
one.
amazing. And then
Like, if you
another
don't
fun
like
one.
Beatles, I can't trust you. You
No,
know?
seriously. If
Absolutely not.
you haven't listened to the discography over and over for your whole life and like made Strawberry Fields Forever your identity at least once, get
I don't
out.
trust you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't be friends with you, basically. That's my boundary. Sorry.
Boundaries don't have to be bitchy, but they do need to be a Beatle boundary, okay?
Yeah. Bottom line.
Oh, I'm obsessed. All right.
Oh my god.
And what is your go-to singing in the shower song?
Ooh, honestly, my vocal warm-ups. That's what I do. I did it this morning.
Okay. Dude, wait.
Well,
The
yeah,
one
'cause
that you like
I
want people to
really
hear
do
you
shower.
singing.
Huh?
The one that you like, you really like secretly you want people to hear you to be like, oh my gosh, she sings so good.
Oh, okay. Hold on, that changes
Yeah.
things. I'm like, I thought you meant like, what do I sing in the shower? I'm like, oh my vocal warm-ups. Oh, whatever song. Okay. A Christina Aguilera song, obviously.
Oh, duh.
No. Yeah. Dirty, probably.
Ooh, and but you got to be careful dancing and kicking that water up in the shower. Did you? I just listened, or like, it was kind of like a mini behind the scenes of that music video, and how she like wanted it to be like raunchy like that on purpose.
Yeah.
And
Oh
like,
yeah.
there's like a whole psychological thing behind it. And I was like, okay, Christina.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
She's cool, man.
Oh, I love it. Honestly.
Badass. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
She was like before her time. Like she was just like, like nobody was doing that shit back then. I just
Yeah.
love it.
Well,
Now everyone does it,
and
right?
she was like, don't put me in a box. Like, I know
Yeah.
you already have like Britney Spears, Jessica Simpson, but I'm Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all love Britney and feel bad for Britney, but I was always a Christina fan first because that girl can sing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sang it at a Jewish funeral, I mean, shit. She got them pipes.
She's got it.
Poor
All right.
Britney.
So remind us once again,
Yes, ma'am.
your next show,
Mm-hmm.
what else we can look forward to from you, and about what time next year you're going to drop your album.
Yeah, okay. So I am playing a stripped down candlelit set at Kindred Kava in Old Brooklyn, August 7th, Friday, August 7th at 7 p.m. And you can go to BritnyLobas.com for all future shows. I will be tentatively, I haven't announced this yet. This is scary. Okay, I'm going to say, but we are planning the rollout now. So I'm going to say like May, June of next year.
Yes.
I don't know, but then is that too late? I don't know. So yeah, probably May, maybe June. I don't know.
Wait, when's your birthday?
July. It's in July. See, I'm like May, June.
July what?
31st. When's yours?
Oh, I was like, hold on. Okay, because it's the 19th. I was like, girl, if it's your birthday, why didn't you lead with that?
No, I'm the last day.
Okay, perfect. You end the month on a good note.
Yeah. And hey,
love it.
even though I'm sober, I still celebrate all month. I do fun stuff all month.
As you should. Well,
Uh-huh.
this makes sense where we get on so good. I'm in Aries. I'm April 14th, and Aries and Leo
Ooh.
besties.
Yes. I love it. Ooh.
I have two very close Leos. Well, I guess 3, 4. I could honestly have more, but I don't see them anymore. And we're still close, but like, it's like, love you. Like,
Yeah.
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 Dang,
Okay,
dude.
well, you got another Leo in your back pocket.
I'm so happy. No, I love it. The stripped down set, August 7th at Kindred Kava. That's going to be so sick. I'm going to try to make it to that one. I think that'd be really nice. And also just meet you in person.
I know. Have you been to that kava bar?
No.
Oh my god. I love it so much. I don't know what side of town you're on, but I've been to all of them at this point, and I love them
Okay.
all. And I go, yeah,
She's,
that
she's
that
on a
was the first one.
mission.
Yeah, I'm on a mission, y'all.
Oh my God. Britny, I am just so honored. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Once again, Britny Lobas, it'll be BritnyLobas. Ooh, I felt like a cheerleader. Lobas.
Oh my God, I love it.
Brittany, thank you so much, guys. Make sure you go give my girl a follow on all the things. Keep up, get inspired, and honestly, dude, if you want to take the leap into sobriety, there is success on the other side of fear. That is the only thing you need to remember, and it's okay. Just be scared and do it anyway, because that's how you get
Yeah,
stronger.
yeah. Life's
Ugh.
good, y'all. Life's good.
Brittany, you're an angel. Thank you so much. And guys, follow the Carry Danger podcast, and I look forward to bringing you more awesome content just like this. Thank you.